Hi, this is David Fine with Keys Moths. We are in Crocodile Lake National Wildlife Refuge in North Key Largo. Today is Outdoor Fest, and we are going to be doing a presentation on moths of the Florida Keys tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.
I'm the refuge manager here at Crocodile Lake, and sorry for the close quarters here. We weren't expecting quite so many, but it's great because I'm sure I believe David loves moths more than his wife.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
He really loves moths.
I spend a lot more nights with her than I do with moths.
Okay. David loves moths so much he created a website. It's keysmoths.com. By far the best moth website in the United States. And
Wow.
I've seen some. I actually had to do a biological review when I worked at the refuge, so I went through all these moth websites. There is such a thing, and by far yours is the best.
Awesome.
And you've been doing this for how many years?
Yeah, so I've been kind of like poking around looking for bugs, moths since I was 8 years old. But officially, from the project, I started the project in 2004, and so yeah. So since 2004, we've been studying moths of the Florida Keys officially, and so that's where we're at. We found some cool stuff we want to share with you tonight. So, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, right there on the wall beneath the crocodile picture is the light. If you want to turn that on. There you go.
Bingo.
All
right. So guys, thanks for the introduction, Jeremy. I've never been introduced with such a glowing introduction. So my name is David Fine. I do love moths. I do love my wife more than moths, though. I want to state that for the recording. And I want to welcome you to this presentation, and we're going to get out a little bit later once the sun goes down, because moths do come out when the sun goes down. So we're going to spend some time now and talk about moths, and I'll show you some up close. We've been working on our photography and videography over the last couple of years, and it's really added elements to the project that I didn't realize were there in terms of presentation. And so we're excited to present it. We do have a website which we're going to talk about in a little bit more detail later, but it is keysmoths.com. And what I wanted to do now is to, all right, so I've got my support group. John's in the background, by the way. That's not my wife. But John is a good friend of mine from up in Fort Lauderdale where I live. And he is my friend / tech support / AV support / web support. And just moth buddy support, and since it's a good thing. But I've got a support group. My wife, Noemi, we got married in 2006, and we have, I remember I was sleeping in the trailer over there when I met my wife. We started dating, and or actually before we started dating, I was giving her my number, and I was trying to see if she'd go out with me and so on. And she says, maybe. And so I said, hey, here's my number. It's my last attempt, you know. And I remember sitting there the day I gave her my number, I drove down and we were doing some mothing down over in the missile site. And I didn't even want to stay at the sheet. I actually came and sat in the trailer because I got no cell phone signal out there. So I came into the trailer where I have a little bit of cell phone signal, just sitting there waiting. She didn't call. I had to go chase her again. But that was in 2004. We got married 2006. 2007, Sophia was born, our daughter. She's now 10, and Lorenzo is 8, and they would be here now, but they have school and all kinds of other normal things to do. So, but they've been incredible support. My wife has had no interest in moths at all until she met me, and now she tolerates it at least and supports it just because she knows how much it means to me. And she's actually starting to get to know the names. I see the passion starting to kindle in her. So she's like calling them out. So. The Keys Moths project unofficially started in 1999, and we found this moth here called Ephara harglossum sagra. I don't even know if it has a common name, an English name. So it's a moth that just established from Cuba, probably in the 1990s, somewhere in there, and they started showing up. They feed on rough velvet seed, and it's a beautiful little moth. They feed at twilight. You might see them zipping around. They look kind of like fly like hummingbirds, and they might zip around at some of your some flowers in here. It's probably about 2 inches long. But anyway, people had only ever seen one or two of them. So I started making trips with a friend of mine, his name Leroy Kane. We started coming down here. I probably drove down here 50, 60 times over the course of 2 years. And I think out of 50 times down here, we didn't have permits to go search the hammocks or anything. We were just going from shopping center to shopping center looking for, seeing if we could find moths hanging on underneath lights. But the geckos usually got to them before I did. But we found 2 in 2 years out of 50 or 60 trips. It was a pretty rare thing to see. But in 2003, I started my research project here at Croc Lake. And from 2003 to 2009, I came down. I don't even know how many nights I got, sitting out there in the hammocks and putting lights out. We had a lot of fun. In 2000, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you some bugs of interest, and the Keys have some bizarrely unusual moths that live down here that you can't find anywhere else. We've actually. Jim here, we're working on, looking at, there's some moths that have never been described before scientifically. So I think we're up to about 7 or 8 species or so on, something like that haven't been described. At least, yeah. So probably more like 10 species of moths that have never been described. So I'm going to show you a few bugs of interest, at least from our perspective, that are kind of neat. We have a ton of UFOs that we haven't quite been able to identify yet. This is a little pyralid moth. I think we've got a genus on it, but no species name yet. So we're in the process of trying to figure that out. And again, there's another one here. This one was taken right over here at the missile site, and never been seen before. So we've got some geometrid moth experts kind of looking into that, and he's interested in seeing what that might become. So it could be a brand new species to science. Who knows? These guys here, this belongs to a group called the metalmark moth group, and these are very, very tiny moths. They are probably 10, 11, 12 millimeters wingspan. So we're talking very tiny, quarter of an inch wingspan type of thing, and some of the most bizarrely brilliant colors of any lepidopteran or butterfly or moth in the United States. And I absolutely love these things. And they're all ficus feeders. So if you have a strangler fig tree around, you probably got these guys floating around. Yeah. So what do you think, man? You have fun so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Man, you're like ready to go, man. You're a mosquito warrior here.
I made a mistake last year. I'm not gonna make it again.
Last year was pretty buggy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was buggy last year.
Yep.
Well, you living here, you have an advantage, man. Well, hello there. Oh, look at that. How cool. Black witch?
Black witch.
Oh, Oh yeah, you get the reflective eyes. Awesome. How cool is that, man? All right, guys, so this is a really neat find. This is a black witch moth, and it's the black witch. Yeah, and so there's all kinds of folklore around this thing in Central America. Watch this. Say hello. Hi. What's your name?
Fred.
Fred. Hi, Fred. Oh, that's beauty, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, they like my shirt.
I like that.
You see a
It's got some-
pattern.
And look at this little fuzzy guy.
You got a little fuzzy. Oh, that's
it's cute.
That's called that's actually a pus moth. The caterpillar is
Oh,
whoop.
I saw an email, red.
Yep, the caterpillar of that guy will sting you and it
But not
hurts.
that.
We have those cow.
So, no, what's your name?
Connor.
Connor. So now, what did you just do on that phone right there as we're sitting here in front of a sheet?
I subbed.
You subscribed.
Yes.
You subscribed to my the Keys Moths channel,
Yes.
and you got a moth on your sweater, on your sleeve like that. Right there. It's noted on at time. Well, thanks for the subscription, man.
Oh, no.
Very cool. You're rocking it, man.
Nope.
Go get him, Jeremy. Nothing like you, Jeremy.
Still moving. Oh, you just went in your neck.
That's your backpack.
Almost to the logo.
Okay. Oh, almost. Where'd he go now?
Just land.
There you go. Moment where it's not moving.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Second.
Oh, come on. There you go. Put it right there. Oh, my hands. Yeah. He's crawling up his shirt.
Here's your magical wand.
That's like a thing.
Unmelt.
Oh, look at that. See how he sticks his abdomen up in the air to mimic a thorn.
That's
like
cool.
see how like if you were sitting on a branch, there like that would have thorns on the branch. He sticks his abdomen up in the air to mimic a thorn. Isn't that cool? Jim has got moths all over him. Yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we're at the cockfighting arena on our way home, and we got some bait traps hanging. And the cool thing, we got a few moths. It's a little chilly tonight, but we do got a few moths. So let's see what we got in here. We've got a Zale, and I believe, whoa, black witch.
Who's not happy?
Big black witch. Let me see if I can grab her. Black witch, everyone. Isn't that cool? All right, let me get the lady witch out. Yes. The colors on her. This big cream band down the forewing is indicative of the female. And they've got that beautiful iridescent color when they're fresh. So, all right, ready? Let her fly. Bye, Mrs. Witch. Hey, we had a great time last night. We heard a lot about moths. We saw some moths at the sheet, and some of them were actually pretty rare. We had over 35 people that came and wanted to hear about moths of the Florida Keys. But that's all the time we have for today. Please check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We're posting there quite frequently the things that we're finding. Follow us there. We also have a great website. It's www.keysmoths.com. Check that website out. It's going to have all this information on it. And we would love it if you'd like our channel, like the video, share us with your friends, and you got to subscribe. Hit that little bell down below. Subscribe to the channel. If you do, you're going to get more videos like these. We send about one a week out, and so you're going to get the video. So stay tuned. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, enjoy South Florida. Let's get out there.